Alright, we should probably have a look at these equations from the beginning. The idea was to be able to solve things that look a bit like this, but before we get into that, it might be good to remind ourselves what we mean when we say these things. So what does 2x mean? We pictured two boxes of an unknown number of Smarties. We pictured plus 7 as having 7 extras. And what equals 15 must mean is that all of this put together must be the same as having 15 Smarties in total. That's the picture we sort of started all this algebra stuff with. And the intention of this is to use this information to work out how many are in each box. Okay? Now, how we're going to go about doing this is that, say for example, I take one of those pink Smarties and I remove it from both sides. They should still be equal, right? Doing the same thing to both sides shouldn't change the fact that these two numbers are equal. So in fact, we could remove all of those extras from the left, and I think there are 7 of them, and removing 7 Smarties from each side shouldn't change the fact that they're still equal. So we may as well just get rid of them. Okay? And what we're left with is that 2 of these boxes amount to 8 Smarties, and so each of them must only have 4. And you could have gotten there if you didn't know by dividing the 8 by the 2. Okay, so that's what's going on here. How do we actually write this? How do we want you to actually do this? Let's see it again, but this time in the way that you're going to set out your work. So it's 2x plus 7 is 15. And the first thing we did was we removed all of those extra Smarties on the left-hand side. So those 7 from the left we removed, and the important thing is if you do something to one side of the equal sign, you've got to do the same thing to the other side. Okay, when things get a bit trickier, all right, what we often see is people do 2 things to the same side of the equation. You can't do that, right? The only way it makes sense if you're messing with both sides of the equation in the same way. So on the left, the effect of taking away 7 is all those extra Smarties are gone. On the right, if you took away 7, there were 8 remaining, and so you have 2x equals 8. Now, if 2 boxes amount to 8 Smarties, you should be able to work out the size of each box by just dividing by 2 then, and from there you get x equals 4. Okay, so let's see a similar one of those. If it's negative 10 minus 3x equals negative 4, right? And this time we'll probably stay with just the maths now. No more Smarties. If we want to remove the minus 10, how do you remove a minus? Well, the opposite is to plus. So this time we might plus 10 to both sides. And again, I've got to stress that this is happening to both sides of the equal sign. Okay, what does the plus 10 do on the left? It kills the minus 10. Right, what about the plus 10 on the right? Well, minus 4 plus 10 is positive 6. So you only have a positive 6 on the right-hand side. Right. Now, really important to notice that we did not drop the negative on the 3x. Again, a very common mistake is that when people remove that number, that extra number on the left, right, they drop the negative as well. Don't drop that negative, it's still there. Okay, so what we have is negative 3x equals 6. And how do you undo multiplying by negative 3? Well, you have to divide by negative 3, and so x must be negative 2. Okay, so that's how you solve those equations. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.